I'm syncing. Okay, so there we go. We should be connected. Well, in a second. There we go.
I keep an eye on it now because that one time I was yawning and I looked up and you have my camera
No,
off.
no, no, no. We're fine. Yeah. No, there was one of the event details needed to be updated and it just wasn't, but it looks like it's on track now. So we are going live now on Facebook. I think we're on YouTube now too.
I'm still trying to learn to watch it from my Roku. And I just see full video.
There we go.
Okay.
Hello, Anna. Welcome in.
Hi.
Isaac is going to pop in here in a little bit.
Yeah, I think he
Okay.
said he was going to be a little late.
Yeah.
I understand that.
I will try to remember to keep an eye on it. I get distracted. Okay.
Cool. Deanna, are you ready to rock?
Ooh. 1 second.
Okay.
I synced all my electronics. Woohoo!
Did everybody share around and
Oh,
all your shameless self promotion? And...
Oh man, I'm just excited to see who got my character. But don't tell me.
Game now.
you know,
I think a
thought about-
handful of us here have drawn my character several times already. Like
Oh, really?
they'll probably just pull open a folder and just be like this from like years ago.
Let me see.
I was hoping to get Nate so I would have to work hard.
That's a backhanded compliment. Thanks.
I don't know who got Nate. One of you knows who got Nate.
Deanna, did you like purposely pair up images with people, or did you just from a hat?
Mostly from a hat, but I didn't want to make any of the clever kaiju games draw each other's.
Gotcha.
I don't know. I thought that might be weird. I don't know. We're around each other too much.
Again, whenever you're ready to
Yeah,
rock,
yeah.
let me know. We'll
Huh?
whenever you're ready to rock, let me know. I mean, we
Oh.
are. You're not in screen or anything yet. But...
I am ready when you guys are ready.
Okay, cool.
Do we have an official countdown? I'm never 100%.
I'll give you
sure.
one. 3, 2, 1.
Hey there, fellow art nerds, and welcome to episode number 4 of season 4 of the Pen Clique. Welcome back, and if you are new to the show, hi, I'm Deanna. I will be your host for the evening. And the way the Pen Clique works is we are a monthly online art show where a whole bunch of very talented artists get together. We give them a prompt. They do amazing, imaginative things that you would never dream up and blow our minds every month with the what they come up with. So this month, we decided in honor of the holidays to do a white elephant art exchange. So all of the artists this evening gave me one of their original characters that they had drawn already, previously had ready to go. And I mixed them all up in a stocking and pulled them out and passed them back out. So they are reimagining each other's characters and nobody has any clue who's drawing whose. So everybody's excited. It's just like Christmas.
It's the free commission episode.
Yeah,
That's right.
validate me.
Correct, the free commission episode where they all get a free piece of art from each other.
Yeah.
So, without further ado, let's bring out the clip. And I need
Oh,
Nate
hi.
to tell me when that happens because we don't know what's going on.
Everybody wave. Hi. Yeah.
Hi.
Oh, it's just me. I'm waving. Okay. Yeah, I'm the goose.
Gary, we can't see you. Wave.
I don't know.
I'm waving in spirit.
Yes,
Wave
let me
harder.
introduce my invisible co-host, Mr. Gary Bedell.
Yo, what's up, internet land? I would love to see you guys and have you guys see me, but I look like deep fried ass right now. I've been sick since before Christmas Eve. So y'all don't get that privilege because my nose looks like it's smoking a joint right now because it has tissue. Next.
Oh, I see.
Oh my. I'm kind of curious what that looks like now. You made it sound so.
I know all you guys are probably curious about that.
Well,
well, you know.
let me introduce the rest of the clique. Tonight we have got Mr. James Rutherford.
I know.
Sitting next to him, the wonderful Anna Hansen.
I know.
We've got Mr. Nate Howard.
Hi.
Jerry George is joining us tonight. We've got John Osborne. I'm trying to look at both screens. Dan Scanlon.
Hey.
I've got Cliff Gamble. Haley Codling. Caitlin Blaine is back finally to the season.
Greetings.
Hello.
And we've got Eric E. Danger Wright.
Hey guys.
Beard and
Very
all.
beardy episode.
Joining us eventually, running a little behind this evening, but he's coming, is Mr. Isaac Crawford.
Woo,
So
almost.
hopefully his name doesn't pop up before he gets here. So, how was this prom? Was it more fun? Was it more nerve-wracking?
I had a good time with this one.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
fun.
it was fun. Yeah, it was fun.
That was fun.
Yeah?
Fun, but it's also nerve wracking because you want to do a good job for the person.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was fortunate that I was given someone that I know pretty well, and you know I've been following along with their work, so I was at least familiar with what I was. So hopefully we're close enough that they're not going to hate me too much. We're cool, right? Yeah.
I'm excited. Well, the way I figured we do this tonight, it's kind of like the White Elephant Gift Exchange, except I didn't plan this, but hey, I guess if you don't like what was drawn, you could really quick make a sketch in 5 seconds and do a new one. That makes no sense. We are going to do it where I'm going to start with somebody, and whoever's art they drew, that will be the next person to present.
Okay.
I think that makes sense. So, are we ready to unwrap?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
All right, we're going to start with Eric.
With
Who
me. All right.
do you have their art? Tell us who you got, and show us their art, and then show us what you did.
All right. I will have to download something right quick.
We always do. Oh
Let's see.
no, Lauren says greetings from the House of Plague.
Yeah, she is not lying at all.
Who's this season?
All right.
I gotta
good
watch
job.
Golf that all quiet.
Now, do you want to give us a hint who you have, or you just want to wait until you show the art?
So I got Anna's Waffle Girl from season 1.
Oh.
The ultimate big fight.
He's a waffle girl right here behind me.
Yeah.
I'm a little jealous.
I know. I think a lot of people were wanting. Shit, I was wanting that one too.
I mean, we've been waiting for a collab between Caitlin and Anna. Like I think the two of them together.
Anna's piece was going to cause knife fights and grievances between people.
Really? I should have just given you all waffle girl.
I can just make that an episode focus. We call it the IHOP series.
Oh, I thought you were going to say knife fights and grievances. I was like, what?
That'd be a great band name.
We've been
Actually,
talking
yeah,
about
we're-
that
It'd have to be a
character.
hardcore band though.
You want to let me into the Zoom, Deanna?
Yes.
All right.
Let Eric 2 in the zoo.
I should probably just get a webcam and, not have to receive special treatment.
I don't know.
Hey, as long as you can show the work, you're good.
Yeah.
I got
mean, if
mine, and I think it was a Tuesday morning for like $10. That's why I had to.
Uh,
It's not the most expensive I have a backup cheap one. When it does
We
go
draw
out.
we draw the line at pre-recorded VHS tapes. You have to figure that shit out yourself.
Yeah, there it is.
You got it.
Yeah.
Yes, that's the original
All
one.
right. There's Waffle Girl Classic.
Yeah.
Those, those antennas
This
are
one's
cool as
mine.
hell.
Hell
yeah.
Oh,
Nice.
That is dope.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That is definitely both of you. That's
Thank you too.
Yeah.
that's awesome.
And the consistencies between the design is great too. Like
Thank
that.
you.
that moon.
Yeah. What's that?
That moon though. Them craters.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
That's no moon.
Yeah, I love how you did the face too, because you did it like the truck stop hipster
Yeah, yeah.
style, the eyes and stuff. I love that.
I tried to make it my own just a little bit, you know.
Yeah. How big is this?
It's 11 by 17.
Damn.
Loving her hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are those butter pats?
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, they are. Damn right.
They're on the OG design too.
Mhm.
I gotta turn around and look.
Yeah.
Like you paid really close attention to that character design too.
I tried to stay as close as possible.
Now I believe the original, this was a mashup. So you had like sci-fi, waffle.
It was like sci-fi, retro sci-fi, waffle, and then I can't remember what the
Was
weapon
it a
was.
staff or a
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like something like that.
halberd or something? Because in
Yeah.
your original, she has like this really long like staff, wasn't it? Like a
Yeah.
wizard staff or something.
Yeah. That was a fun episode.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
it
pretty
was.
cool.
And to give a quick shout out, that is also the episode where Gigamac was featured, which that shit still cracks me up. Chris Yarbrough, if you're out there watching, big shout out to
Yeah,
you.
Gigamat. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you guys
And if you
go
don't know what we're
back-
talking about, you need to go back and watch the old episodes.
Go
Like,
back
you
and
should
watch
have
the
been
old
doing
episode and get ready for an entire like backstory. It was awesome.
it.
Oh yeah, yeah. He wrote a novel. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Anna, what do you think?
Oh,
Do
that's
you
awesome.
do you approve? Do you dig it? Is this your you like what he did with it?
Yeah, I like seeing people draw my stuff. It's always really nice to
Yeah.
see what to see what other people
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
So yeah, I like it.
Cool.
And then it's like, now you got to put this in an envelope and send it to me. The original, not a print. Y'all be bullshitting. Put the original.
I'll be visiting Springfield sometime soon. So
Yeah, man. Little
Yeah, I
heads
can
up, and
totally see them like in a world together.
because I still have your trophy
Yeah.
from 2 years ago, Christmas.
Oh
Mhm.
my gosh.
I don't even remember what it was for, but it's still there. And then, yeah,
Oh, this is so cool. Like,
I love the
again,
texture
what I
on
love,
everything.
yeah, exactly, like that, and like I love with your pencils, like you don't even have to like ink your pencils, honestly. Like you just don't. It's stupid because I don't know any other way to describe that. It's just like insane. Nate always cracks up when I say that.
Well, it's just
like,
because here's the thing, man. I imagine that when you open the cover, the back cover of like you get peer reviews of like truck stop hipsters. I imagine in the back it's like it's ... It's stupid. He's so good and stupid.
Man, that
Just
shit is
review by Gary
stupid
Bedell.
good.
actually, yeah, I need that in there.
Yeah.
If you ever quote me on a review, we gotta do that, Eric.
All right.
It's stupid good.
Yeah. All right.
Now, here's something I'm curious about, and this could be a question for all of you. Like, what did you zero in on first?
The wolf.
Making sure I got the character right.
You know what I mean? Like when you got ready to redesign, reimagine, like I'm particular on this one, Eric. Where did you zoom in on first in your brain?
First I was trying to really capture an idea of the same face that we had with the original, and make sure that I was keeping up with Anna's original vision there.
I mean, she's 40% waffle, so that was probably
Yeah.
a good start.
Well, now she's 30% waffle, 10% eyes.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, there we go.
That syrup hair is awesome too. I think is
Yeah.
that syrup hair or butter hair?
That's syrup hair.
Yeah, syrup
Yeah.
hair. Yeah. And then the
That's
little
dope.
butter pads.
Yeah.
and
Butter
that.
pat Brett.
Great detail.
Mhm.
Thank you.
That's really awesome.
I appreciate that, guys.
Well, sweet. Well, then Anna, that puts you up next. So let's see. Who did you get?
I got Gary's character.
Ooh.
Oh shit. Okay. I see you. I see you.
I was crossing my fingers, hoping I wasn't gonna get anything Gary drew.
Oh, that one too.
Yeah, so
Fun.
Oh, dope! I would have done that one.
His fight or flight response. I think I'd fight.
that's the one I got. And then
Man,
Nice.
that is absolutely
Very
that.
Is
Awesome.
it still showing?
Yeah,
There
Yeah.
we go.
Yes.
Great.
look at that.
And I love that she has
Awesome.
Still
detail
showing?
to her.
Yeah,
There we go.
Yes.
Great.
look at that.
And you even like stuck with the same palette too. That's cool.
yeah, I actually did this digitally, I sampled colors from the original.
And that's how you do.
Mhm. So I was able to keep it the same.
Yeah, that looks cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I-
absolutely the yeah, you nailed it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I had a little bit of trouble with figuring out some of the detail because it was a little dark.
Yeah.
But I think I managed to get all of. I think I missed the drawing the sheep. I
Oh
think that's
no,
the
it's
thing-
like,
I
like
think-
you don't even
I
get to
think
see
was
your
the thing
boots
I
in the
missed.
design. You did a great job. Like
That's great.
design choice-wise with the boots too, because like you don't even see your boots in the in.
Yeah, that
Right,
was-
yeah.
Yeah,
great.
so with the boots, I took inspiration from her gloves and kind of incorporated it that way to try and keep it
Nice.
consistent.
There you go. No, I like because I mean it's such an interesting anatomy, and then of course that really dynamic pose that was in the original. It like kind of, it's really hard to figure out where the wolf starts and she, or like wolf ends and she starts. You know, it's just that really dynamic angle and whatnot. But you translated the wolf into her shoulder with the arm, like pretty effectively. Like I mean, it looks
Yeah,
it looks like it
Yeah,
could be.
I had a little. Yeah, I kind of struggled with that initially. The actual sketch, the wolf head is smaller, but I scanned it and like blew up the head more, and then I had to do some adjusting with the head and the arm to get that portion of it correct. You know, or more in scale, I guess.
Yeah, that's impressive.
How it looks in the picture in the original.
Right. Just to make it even just with the wildly different pose, like a really like, you know, a much different pose, like looking like it wasn't like she was just wearing a wolf on her shoulder, but you know,
Exactly.
yeah, I think you found the middle ground pretty well.
It looks really good.
Definitely. Yeah.
My favorite part's the expression.
Mhm.
Like you brought over the expression from the original, kind of that
Yeah.
manic.
Yeah, because she's
Those
super
eyes.
obviously.
Well, she got a wolf on her shoulder.
Right. But she kind of likes it though, you know, like she's having a good time in both of them.
Yeah. You give the wolf scritches.
I'm about to say she's giving.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rachel agrees. You kept the fun, you kept the unhinged expression perfectly.
So Anna, did you ink this traditionally and then scan it in, or did you, like, what was your process? I know you said you colored it digitally.
Yeah, I sketched it. I scanned the sketch in. I fixed like the wolf head, and I had to readjust that arm. Then I printed that out. I inked it traditionally, scanned it back in, and then colored it digitally. So
Back and forth.
mhm. Originally I was gonna do it traditionally, but I kind of liked how it was going digitally, so I just kept going that way with
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
So
Like you really stuck with that palette too,
Yeah, I
man.
know.
Like, damn, that's nice.
yeah, and I used the same uh palette for the background as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So trying to sample from like the lighter areas.
Yeah,
It's very cool.
Yeah, very sharp.
it
I love it.
is. It's neat seeing people interpret your stuff, man. Like,
Oh yeah, it's a lot of fun.
yeah, it's so cool. We
Yeah, I could
did
see her in
that.
a fighting game
Yeah.
like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, very good job.
Heck yeah.
Oh,
Oh, hey, Isaac said he's in the waiting.
my
He
phone
just
is-
texted me.
Yeah, I got it too.
Oh,
Isaac
fun fact.
Coffee.
That character that she did, for those of you that don't know, out there in internet land or whatever, I did a uh, lesson on character design, and the character that I did in that lesson design is actually related, or that lesson is actually related to the character that she drew tonight. So if you go back
Oh,
and look
yeah.
at their designs, they're similars. They were actually going to be a band of sisters. There were going to be 5 sisters. I haven't drawn the other 3 yet, but I'd like to draw them all together sometime. Like the well, her name is Taken, and then the other one that has like the big casket. She's like 9 feet tall. Her weapon is like a casket with spider legs on it. I don't know if maybe you guys remember that when I did the character design video for Clever Kaiju, but yeah, it all connects. It all connects. So yeah.
Cool.
The universe of Gary.
Welcome, Isaac.
The
Yes, hello.
Garyverse. Yeah, the
Thanks for having me.
Garyverse.
Sorry I'm late.
That's all right. You
Hi,
missed
Isaac.
Eric drawing Anna's Waffle Girl from
Okay.
the mashup episode. You missed Anna drawing Gary's wolf arm lady. I don't know. Taken, you said?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Which brings up Gary. That makes you nuts.
I actually, let's see. Let me pull this up first. All right. I should just open all these beforehand, but
I know. I love how we're always ready. All of us.
I mean, I don't have to download anything. I just have to open that.
I just gotta open it. I don't gotta do a whole thing.
You know, yeah. You didn't do it, no, did you? So I actually got Dan's
Oh,
creature.
oh,
that's
yeah.
So, like this is Dan's. I was like, I got it. And I was like, holy shit, this is like a whole setting. This is like a whole. It's more than just
Yeah.
hairs. It has a narrative to it. And I was like, well, if I take out, the trees, or there's just nothing there that I could take out. I think there was just so much of a story to what Dan. I'm talking about Dan like he's not here. About what you had here. That I was like, man, I can't take anything out of this because it is what it is. So unfortunately, I didn't get to color mine, but I drew it traditionally. And what I came up with.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Oh wow.
That's awesome.
Aw.
Wow.
Oh wow.
They're both so fluffy.
I know. I did. I remember when Dan first shared that one before. I was like, man, that's like an adorable Where the Wild Things Are. And then now
Yeah.
seeing it in pencil, it's just like, yep, I was right the first time.
Very wild things. I love it.
Well, I also wanted to approach it like, I saw it as like I want to approach this design like Jim Henson would approach this design, and so like I looked at
Say Ludo-y.
Yeah, it's like so I looked at a bunch of his stuff, and then I went back and I was like, okay, this is what I should do. This is how I should go about doing it, and like even down to the fruit itself, I loved how it just looked different. I don't know. It was very fun to do, and I hope I didn't mess it up.
Oh no, you did great. I love it.
Oh man,
Yeah,
I
The
love
fruit
the,
is awesome.
the pumpkin there in the corner.
Yeah, I know.
Looks amazing.
Oh, God, have those close and far objects, man. Have a little bit in there. But I was gonna paint it like in a watercolor type style. But I got sick and I didn't have time to color it. So here we are.
When are you gonna do some watercolor, Gary?
Not in real life. It's gonna be digital.
Gary, what's the size of this? What's the original size?
This is the size of my sketchbook, so it's probably a little bit bigger than 8.5 by 11. Like slightly, not by much though.
It's just the best smile.
You know, those eyes are so sweet.
Yeah, no, it looks
Well,
so
that's
happy
what-
to be there.
That's what Dan's original design conveyed too. It's like this is a big, friendly character,
Yeah.
So I'm thinking big blocky teeth minus the canines, the big nose, big eyes, definitely big eyes. When I was going to color the eyes were going to be all blue. Even the whites of the eyes were going to be blue. So it'd be like these two different tones. So there's a lighter blue and then a darker blue on top of that. Because if you look at Dan's original design, they're blue. So I don't know. I'm weird that I do stuff in a weird way. But yeah, it was going to be the darker blue here and then like a variant of that blue off to the side. So it's with what he had originally in his design, but it's just a different take on it.
Yeah, it's good too.
Yeah,
Love the hands. The hands.
I know those hands are dope.
Oh, thanks,
those hands
guys.
are dope.
Shush you.
Hey, you know how we artists are about hands too.
Just needed to be riding a bicycle and they'd be perfect. Bicycle hands.
Yeah,
So,
dude, very
I
good.
can give you a copy of this, but I can't tear it out of my sketchbook for you. That's the only thing.
I don't expect you to.
I can definitely give you a copy for sure.
All right.
I'll give you a digital version, high res, and then you can print it out, do whatever you want with it. Or I can send you one printed out. It's up to you, man. But I had a lot of fun drawing your creature, man. I hope I gave it some justice, dude.
Yeah, you did a great job. I love it.
I appreciate that.
Really got the fuzziness of them.
I know, he's so fuzzy.
I love seeing your traditional work because that's always what I first saw when you'd come into the coffee shop with your sketchbook. So it's always so neat to see, especially after working with you and only seeing digital for a hot minute. Like
Yeah.
the leaves on that pumpkin that's close up, if you zoom in on that, just the lack of pencil on the top of the leaf underneath, just professional artist shit that looks really good.
Can you say that in one of my reviews one time? The professional artist shit, that's really good.
Statistically, I figured that he would lose at least once by accident, but not
Right
yet.
next to that stupid good.
It's
That's right,
stupid good.
right next to each other.
In an interview, what do you specialize in? Professional artist shit.
I appreciate you guys, man.
This is a perfect holiday episode. I'm just like all smiles and there's warm fuzzies every time somebody says something. I'm so happy.
I haven't gone yet. Don't worry.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ruin all that.
No. But Dan, you're up.
I am. Let me see.
Yeah.
We got
I also like how this system makes it easy on me not to have to figure.
He just claps at you. He goes,
Do
you know
this
what to
every
do.
time.
Gary, on yours, Rachel says big old mitts.
Big old mitts, big old middies.
Big old mitties.
God.
It's a
He
family
would make a
show.
good plushie toy though.
You would
Definitely.
like the plushiest.
Gary Bedell, I would like that as a toy, please.
I do say that about a lot of your guys' art. Even Waffle Girl, like when we
Yeah,
the
that'd be
first
cool,
episode we did,
actually,
I said
yeah.
I want a toy of that. Like I think I said that to probably all you guys.
Waffle House had
at
action
least
figures,
once.
like prizes. Absolutely.
I got a sneak peek.
Especially like I like Isaac's Cat and the Fiddle character.
Yeah.
I'd love to have a toy of that, like the human
Yeah.
version and then the cat version. Like
Like a
come on, dog.
transformer.
Come on, dog. Let me get a toy of that, man. I thought we were homies. Let me get a toy.
Where the toys at?
Is that coming up or no?
Yeah, I see
It
it. Yeah,
is.
or we see it.
I see it.
Oh yeah, so
Yeah.
they don't face.
I see your Zoom screen now.
I'm feeling all of these iPad struggles right now. That's how I share my screen.
There we go. Right there.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh no.
Wait, go back to Procreate.
There we
So
go.
now you see it?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I see it on mine now too. I'm looking on the phone as well. See, I got this one. Haley's.
Woohoo.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
yeah.
poor thing.
It's a killer design. I really like it. The clothing gave me fits, so I kind of in my interpretation, I did two versions. One was more like a straightforward, like close up, kind of more traditional.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I'm so glad
Nice.
you picked up on the beard into the hair. She's
The one that I finished with and preferred, I did almost like a samurai style.
Oh, sweet.
That's awesome.
Oh.
I
Oh, I
tried
like-
to keep some of the same color pattern stuff and some of the markings on the suit.
Neato.
Man, like the colors too.
Yeah, I
That
know.
looks like
so
something straight
bright.
out of a TV show too, man. I
Yeah, I
like
know.
that.
Oh,
You made it. You made them look like a Zelda character.
Yeah.
When I bunched up some of the fur into the ponytail, I started feeling a lot of Ganon in it.
Yeah, exactly. That's what.
Yeah.
Oh, you did the dream of this sort of thing where like you changed up the costume and the hairstyles. That's so neato.
And the hoof hands were difficult.
Yeah.
I bet.
Hooves don't hoof this way.
Yeah, I didn't really think about how it hold a sword with hooves.
Yeah. Still, it was a good
Like
design
this.
though.
Yeah.
How'd you get that background?
It's like there's like a brush pack, and I just enlarged the engraved pattern of the brush.
Nice.
I like it.
Clever.
Great.
I like the line weight you've got going.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Really nice.
Yeah, your colors, man, they've always been very striking. And I mean, for as much red as there is on there, you position like the shadow, like just the way you separated the colors.
Huh.
It could have been a big blob of mess, but you balanced it really well.
Really
Thanks.
appealing.
Yeah.
I didn't copy straight from the palette, but I tried to keep the colors similar.
Yeah. Yeah, that's really well
You
done.
definitely tell like that's that character. Like there's just no down that. Like I think even though you went with the samurai version here, it's like you can still tell that that's Haley's character.
Oh yeah.
Wait, can you go back to the other one? Is that convenient enough?
Yeah, hers.
Well, both of them. I'd like to
I would like to see both, please.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Oh,
And then go and then switch back to Haley's real quick. I'm
You made them like mine's so flat. You made yours look like lived in, like an actual character.
Mhm.
so there's this character kind of has like I don't know. There's like an androgynous kind of I mean,
yeah.
because it's just a different species. So it's just like it could be male or female. It could be a mix of both. It could be anything. And honestly, like you explored both sides of it. Like you got the samurai, which feels more masculine, but the first
Yeah.
one you came up with, it feels like you kept that
Softness.
aspect of the character. Like
Mhm.
really not even so much you can't tell, but it's like it doesn't matter. Like you kind of kept all the soft features, and then when you went to the samurai version, you chiseled it out. It was almost like you just kind of I don't know, just kind of like, well, what if we did this? Oh wait, now what if we went this way? And it's just like it was kind of cool to see you were kind of curious and
She gave me the okay. Have fun and go crazy. That kept coming back while I was doing the first one.
Good. Very glad. My favorite is the portrait, the close up. I know you said you like the other one the most, but
I think I
I
do
love-
too. I mean, the samurai was definitely a cool idea. I totally understand why you were inspired to do it. But yeah, I think I agree.
Can you go back to the portrait?
Yeah.
I'll put
Yeah.
that in.
See my shit. Go to yours. Yeah. I love the expression.
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, good expression.
I really like the hilt on the sword being like a dragonfly.
Yeah.
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 Mhm.
Dang.
I mean, the other one's awesome.
Oh.
Though. I don't want you to feel like you wasted your time or anything on it.
Oh.
Like they're both awesome, but they're definitely different aspects of the same character, and they're both valid.
Yeah.
Art's subjective.
I know it sounds weird, but I like how this feels very like Miyazaki.
It does.
Yeah.
But if Miyazaki did like hard, like heavier line work,
Right.
bigger lightweight, like that's what it
Mhm.
feels like. Like
It
the
looks like
character, the way it's stylized, it feels very Miyazaki to me, and how it's executed, and I think it's fucking great.
I appreciate that. Thanks, man.
it looks like a quill pen. It looks like pen stroke, like like in the shapes and stuff in the beard and all the frills and everything. It definitely feels like somebody with like a brush pen. Traditional.
Rachel said you made an RPG character in a different armor set.
There you go.
Yeah, I love
Yeah,
that.
clothing is not my strong point, and that outfit was really detailed.
I love that big furry ponytail on the other one. That one be over. On the bigger one.
Yeah, I feel like it needed to be contained.
I was digging through because I don't like have a lot of like characters. And so I haven't looked at this one in 2 years, but after seeing you draw them, I kind of want to go back now.
There you go. Awesome.
Haley, can you elaborate? What was the original challenge that led you to drawing that character?
I don't know if we were live when I was mentioning it, but it was oh, I forget their name. I think it's like Atticus. They're on Discord as well. But we did an art challenge where we put together, like, I chose 3 or 4 images and they chose 3 or 4 images, tossed them onto one Pinterest board, and we each made a character based off of that Pinterest board and like traded them back and forth.
Cool.
A little hint for the next episode.
Foreshadowing.
Foreshadowing.
Was that?
Yeah, well done, man. That was a
Thanks.
challenge.
Really good.
I got 2 free commissions.
Score.
You were extra nice this year.
Hello, indecisiveness.
Yeah, I was hoping to see mine in like an anime style too, so I'm pretty satisfied. That's dope.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Does that mean it's my turn?
A wish.
It's your turn. Who
It
did you
is.
draw?
Okie dokie. So I got James. got Miss
Oh, cool.
I got super, super excited by the costume. Like, I instantly, like, I know you drew her with a slight frame, and she looks like a tomboy for sure. But something about the costume instantly to me screamed, big, beautiful lady. So this was,
Oh,
wow.
juicy is what you mean.
Oh my
That's
gosh,
our
that looks
juicy
so
for the
good.
episode.
Oh.
She's
That's
juicy.
Oh.
Dude, I love that lighting, dude.
definitely tried to draw the helmet and got really frustrated by the shape and perspective. So I gave up and drew her a whip. But I figured if she's off exploring in caves, she wouldn't wear a helmet anyways. She doesn't need one. So
Yeah, that
This is
hair,
cool.
you know?
Wow.
Really cool translation.
Yeah.
thank
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm on my tab or my laptop and I keep trying to zoom in on it.
What are you zooming in on, Jared?
Her face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Knock it off, you.
Her personality.
That's some fancy hair.
Dude, you stayed really true to the design.
Yeah.
Costume design,
Definitely.
like very true to
Yeah,
it.
there's no
Like,
denying what's in there, yeah.
was doing
Yeah.
my best because it was a cool ass design. So I didn't feel like I had to do much at all. Like it was
All the way down
right.
to the boots, even. That's crazy. That's great.
I love how intricate James's base design is too, like of that suit. Like everything that you see there, right there, he put on there.
Absolutely.
That material is really cool. Like kind of
He's all the
the
little faces.
almost like latex. It
Yeah.
looks like.
Yeah.
The
I figured it
glow,
was like a little space suity, a little shiny.
Yeah.
the glow from the monitor throughout is
No, it was a nice touch.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was saying, like the lighting earlier.
That
Dude.
hair and the eyes and those big old lips. Gorgeous.
The reference model was definitely she had all of that already. So
See, that was her teenage years. And then she grew up.
Definitely a Buck Rogers feel to it.
Yeah. If you guys are
There's
old enough to know who that is.
Oh yeah.
a lot of time spent on her, and then the background was definitely just a lasso tool with gradients. But
Sometimes that's all you need.
Yeah.
Rachel's giving a shout out to all the creatures in the dark.
yeah,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There's
Cool.
alert or two.
I bet you had fun with this, especially after seeing Scavenger's Raid.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah. Which, by the way, if you haven't seen that Internet Land, you need to see it. And also,
Land.
HBO, if you're listening right now, you should pay Haley and I, because we've been talking about Scavenger's Raid so much that you should pay us for it at this point. But I digress.
But I digress. This is really impressive. Both of you, actually. It was a
Yeah,
really
it's
cool
beautiful.
design. But yeah, I mean,
Yeah, for sure.
It was a dang blast. The only thing that I think I was a little lazy about was I wasn't sure if her armor was like digital almost with the cross hatching. Like I imagined it being like an LED screen almost.
It was just meant to be like a mesh, like a different texture in her suit.
Yeah,
Like
I
a
was
different
lazy on
material.
that. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. And since she's supposed to be born in space, I gave her really longer arms and legs, because if you're in space, your bones are going to grow longer.
Oh,
studded pleather.
Science, fool.
Yeah.
What I love about James's design is that it makes me think of like the Captain Harlock stuff.
Yeah.
Like that old world anime stuff, even down
Yeah.
to the design itself. It was like the Robotech, Lily
Right.
Cat type
Yeah.
looking stuff. I
Yeah,
love
they
that.
definitely had like a retro sci-fi kind of like, yeah.
but like retro anime.
Right. Yeah.
Like, yeah, you know what I mean? Like
Voltron pilot.
I love that stuff, man.
I was a really big fan of Matsumoto's work from Harlock and all those series. So, especially the Galaxy Express characters.
If you guys don't know who that is right off the top of your head, have you ever seen Interstellar 55, the Daft Punk movie?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's who he's talking about.
Right on. Cool. Yeah.
Cool.
No, I had an absolute blast with that character, James. So
That's cool. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
yeah, absolutely.
James, that means you're next.
All right, I got John's.
Ooh.
Oh,
They did.
And oddly enough, I had heard of this character prior. I wasn't familiar, but I was, I think I saw a comic book or something with it at one point.
I love this character.
Yeah, that's cool.
And I clearly didn't understand White Elephant because I put my email on that.
Actually, it kind of helped because I could go to your DeviantArt page and start looking up other references.
Okay, good.
So,
Well, I think we all knew who the other character belonged to, right? I mean, that was
Yeah.
yeah.
So
Yeah, I think I added in the email after I read this one. I'm like, ask me if you have questions and I'll pass them on because they're not.
I was hoping that wasn't because of my mistake.
Oh no.
That just made me think of it. I'm like,
No, we just didn't know who did
ours.
ours. Is the
So with yours, John, the first thing I saw, I looked at this, I'm like, okay, this is cool, sci-fi, right up my alley. But as you know, I like to do vintage looking little golden books type of thing going on.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
But this time I didn't go the golden books route because I didn't want to go into like the chibi style type of thing. So this time I went 1960s 55 sci-fi novel cover.
Oh.
All together. Ooh.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Very nice.
Knee in the chest.
So I apologize that I'm not done. I think I need a couple hours on this and I'll be done, but I really wanted to go.
You can see though, like really the direction that it was headed, and
That's so
really cool. Love the kineticness of it too.
Yeah, so I do plan on getting this printed out on some nice cardstock for you, and I can bag it up and send it to you.
Oh my gosh.
Dude, you nailed it,
Well,
man. Look,
we'll get
like
it
just the
done.
colors and the tone and everything. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, I definitely want to see this done.
Man.
Man.
And good job on the suit too.
Yeah.
A lot of
There's
little details in there.
I just went off the purplish color because it went with my color palette, but I'm looking at some of them and I don't know if it's like a chrome suit that reflects everything.
Yeah. It's just a teal, but it does like any environment it's in, it's kind of highly reflective, so it'll take on those, whatever color it needs to be in the scene pretty much.
Yeah.
I love that action.
Yeah, love the creatures.
I read the thing that he fights robots, and I was like, well, that's up my alley too.
Oh yeah.
I like this guy back here.
Train.
Did he rip off another dude's arm?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Very nice. Very Frankenstein style.
Back there.
So I just saw some comic pages. I'm like, okay, his face looks a little more gritty, maybe more Hellboyish looking in some of it. But I kept kind of more towards the one that you sent me in the reference. So I didn't know if it was like a newer version or a previous version.
It fluctuates as much as I try to keep it the same. But yeah, it's a really good match, man.
I love the Woolsworth sticker.
I know, it's perfect.
Like you need a dude that just stick Woolworth.
Yeah. Very nice.
Dude, the colors on this and everything, man, it's just
God
damn, it's so good.
Yeah, I kind of went too much. I wanted to do everything no line art, so everything's very painterly on it. I
Well,
just
mission
have the line art
accomplished.
showing so you could see where I was going with the unfinished bits.
Dude,
Yeah.
you gotta finish this.
Yeah.
Oh, I will.
This
Um,
is
Man,
so
very
nice
nice.
looking, man.
I didn't want to rush it because I was like, well, it's a gift type of thing, and it's like I really don't want to rush too far. So I got as far as I could, and I figured, all right, I'll just take my time, get it done, and it'll be a really good piece for someone to have. So.
Well, man, I'm really loving where it's going, and
That's impressive.
it looks great, dude.
Yeah, and this is 8 by 13, so it's pretty
Nice.
good size.
A perfect print.
Yes. Like I said, if you want a print, hard copy, I'll go ahead and get you a nice, good, solid print for it. and send
Oh,
it to
that'd
you.
be awesome, man. Yeah, let me know. I
Man.
put my email on there, so I should be pretty easy to find.
Reverse
Man, you
Google
should have him
scoots
do a
you.
cover for you, John.
Yeah.
You should actually have him do like a cover for your book. Like, you ever do a variant?
Oh,
of one of your
definitely.
book, man. That's
what
thing.
I was
Right
most
here.
excited about with this was that opportunity. So
Oh,
I love this.
Well, how about that?
that's awesome. Well, that's awesome, dude. Thank you.
Yeah.
Ah, that's awesome. James, I'd love to see some of your take on some of the old Hanna-Barbera stuff, like Space Ghost and Johnny Quest and stuff.
You
I
mentioned
bet
doing.
that shit would look good as hell, though, man.
Yeah.
What is it?
Definitely.
season 1, Gary. That
Mystery
was one of your
Machine,
suggestions.
Scooby Doo, and them. You
Scooby-Doo.
told me about doing that once.
Yeah.
All right, well then, that means John, you're up next.
That's right. Here, let me get the...
I'm paying attention.
Okay. Let me know if you guys can see everything all right.
Oh, I know that
I
character.
know that's
Yeah. So I got Caitlin Blaine's, I believe, Mari character, Mary.
Mari.
Mari, okay. And first off, I just want to say how much I love her colors. I think she's got some really great colors and a really well balanced costume. So I didn't want to really mess with anything, just continue it. So here is what I did.
Oh, wow.
Oh wow.
wow.
Oh,
geez.
I love it.
I can't get it to just do this.
That's pretty.
Oh my gosh.
Back it out a little bit.
It's like
Yeah,
very
started as
Cover
just-
City.
Huh?
It's very at Cover City tonight.
Right? Yeah, man, it was a lot of it just started out kind of as a like all the my paintings just a kind of a black and white kind of grayscale, and it wasn't really looking right until I got that purple on there and kind of the blue from her tunic, and it all kind of came together. But great design.
Oh, I love it. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're
Yeah.
welcome. I'm glad you like it.
Yeah.
Because the number one thing I'm thinking the whole time is just do it justice. Do it justice.
You did.
Thank you.
This
I
is
love
great.
the pose. It's super dynamic.
Thank you. Thank
The
you. Yeah, I didn't
colors,
see
man.
any like accessories or anything, so I didn't want to add anything that maybe she didn't carry and like break her character or whatever. Like
No.
Man,
Yeah.
this is
Again, I'm in
sweet.
awe of the hair.
easily the hardest part.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I love the way you incorporated textures, like especially the hair, but like her tail and like just
Thank you.
really like showcasing that is a different texture than everything else.
Thank you. I appreciate that. That's the most fun. What I like the most about the digital painting and just painting in general is those opportunities with the texture and stuff.
Mhm.
I love
The
that even
color.
her face is cat-like, but
Mhm.
it's human at the same time. I
Thank
love
you.
that.
And really that's from Caitlin's design, because the nose, I really zeroed in on the nose. Looked like it was possibly like semi-feline. So I tried to incorporate that in the structure of the nose a little bit, like still
Yeah.
very human face, obviously very human face, but there's just that subtle tweak to the nose.
Awesome.
Yeah.
The
But
brushes on this are nice too. What kind of brushes did you use?
I used, I think, just like 3 different ones. one that's you know, like they all are, they've kind of got that opacity that comes to a point, and then the airbrush, and then one that was like just the speckle brush, you know, just to
Yeah.
get those fake spray points. Yeah, so about just 3 of them. But
So nice looking.
I mean, as soon as I saw the character rotation, I immediately thought Dungeons and Dragons character. I don't know if she is. I don't know, but I'm like, that's up my alley. So I had a lot of fun. So
Oh, good. Well, thank you. What's funny so is the character designs actually for my comic, and like the funny thing about creating character designs, at least for me, like I create them at the beginning and then I forget to reference them all the time.
right.
So like 100 pages into my comic, I'm like, oh, her design, like her outfit's like shifted slightly.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, I have buttons on Frank's suit that have just totally disappeared. You know,
Yeah.
they were important at one point, but
Right.
they're absent now.
Yeah. That's great. Thank you so much. This is
You're
awesome.
welcome. I'm glad you like it.
You know what you guys just said, that the fun peek into a background of a story. Like if you're reading a story and you're like, oh, I wonder why they decided to do that. Maybe they just didn't decide. Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just forgot.
Oh, also, I like how you handled the lighting in this too, like how she's
Yeah.
lit from behind and like the warm and the cool colors. Like it just works.
Thank you. I kept thinking like if this character was popping out of the player's handbook or the monster's manual for
Yeah.
D&D, you know, that kind of feel.
Now I feel like I need to roll her into my next campaign.
Yes. Yes.
So, thank you.
You're welcome. Glad you
I
like it.
usually have 2 monitors going, and tonight I have a third. I turned my TV on for just so I could see YouTube. And it's just making me realize how much I love seeing your guys' designs in person when I see you at conventions. Because Dad had 3 different color schemes on my 3 different monitors.
Oh, awesome.
I was looking at it going, well, that one looks crisper. Wait, those colors look better. I'm like, which one is real? I have no idea which monitor is
No
correct.
idea.
They all looked great, but they were different. Anyway, that brings up
My turn.
Yeah.
yes, Caitlin. I tried to read and speak at the same time, and my brain froze.
Awesome. Okay, let me figure out how to screen share here. This screen. Okay, so I had Jared. So this is
Oh,
the original. Very much like Gary. I was presented with like this whole scene and this whole story going on. And so I really, fixated on this little zombie character here, who's losing his hand from this very terrifying, scary bunny creature. And so I kind of didn't want to fully separate them when I did my redraw. And so instead I drew a scene.
That's awesome. Man.
Jared.
And so I was focused on like the frustration of the zombie guy losing his arm, probably trying to put it back on, maybe. I don't know. He's obviously scared, trying to run away from this terrifying creature, bunny. And so yeah, it's kind of where I ended up.
Great colors. Love the
So
hair.
badass.
Man, that hair
Yeah.
just shines. That's awesome.
Z is a fun character to draw.
Yeah, he has been a
I
long
was gonna
time.
say Gary's took a stab.
This is a Michael Jackson Thriller cover.
Yeah, he was a fun character because I tend to cutify everything I draw anyway, and so I had a lot of fun drawing him.
Oh, goodness.
So Z is his name, and I know like his arm is actually a character of its own.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
It's like a
Well, then
sentient
maybe he's
cre-
conversing with it. I don't know.
I
See,
love everything about it. Don't worry about it.
So I'm understanding that it was his arm trying to pull him, or like to grab him to pull him away from the I don't know, but yeah.
The rabbit? Yeah, no, I kind of need to know more about the story of
This
Z.
really like.
Oh my god. I
This looks
don't
like a
want to do my
TV.
elevator pitch right now, but geez Louise.
That looks like a
So
TV show screenshot.
yeah, so literally no one in here would know who I am without this character. So he was my very first comic book that I drew. He's the very reason I started getting into the comic book scene here in Springfield. He's the reason why I met Gary and Nate and everybody. Like he's the closest thing to a fictional best friend I have. So he's been toyified by a buddy,
Oh,
and he's been plushified, and he's been sculpturized.
Oh,
oh my
nice.
gosh.
Yeah.
So
Well, I hope
like,
I did him justice.
oh, you did beautiful. You got
Yeah,
his
this is really well done.
chucks. You got his. Oh, I love him so much. Thank you.
So look
Yeah.
at his face. It's like, what am I gonna do now?
Yeah,
I know.
yeah.
He looks freaked out. I've never
That's
drawn
the
him
prettiest
freaked out.
version of that character I've ever seen.
That's so cool. Thank you so much.
So
Yeah, you're
handsome.
welcome. Yeah, I enjoyed it. So I draw a lot of characters in checks too, so I felt at home with orange t-shirt with a skull on it. So yeah, I struggled with the background. I actually recorded my process at one point. I had this whole idea in my head of like this scene, and then I do not draw backgrounds a lot. So I just really struggled. Let me see if I've got the process video here. How do I share this? So I kind of just sketched the characters real fast to get a feel for them, and then just kind of played around with the composition of like what I wanted to do with it. Didn't do anything too fancy with the shading, but you can see I went like almost a completely different direction with the background, and then decided, no, I don't like it.
No, having a video is pretty fancy.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
I
that is
know.
pretty cool.
Way to make that extra nice. Oh, I love that. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome. It was fun. I always like these type of challenges.
And you couldn't do bad on the background. I don't draw backgrounds hardly ever. So
Now,
I did
Jared,
illustrations.
show us all your toys again. Because you were
Oh.
home
Yeah,
screen
you're tiny.
you held them up.
so I have a Z action figure that a buddy made for me
Excellent.
Oh, nice.
100 years ago. My very first Kickstarter, one of the bonuses, a friend of mine made these Z plush balls, and he's holding his arm,
Aw.
which so you know, arm is his actual arm. It's his weapon of choice and best friend. Z can talk to it verbally. It speaks to him non-verbally.
Okay.
And so you only ever get one half the conversation, and the voice of reason's always the arm. So you never get to hear the voice of reason throughout the entire comic. And then
That's
well, Nate
awesome.
has a mammy. But we
I
got
do.
some sculptures made for us.
Yeah, it's Jeff
Jeff
Kessinger.
Kessinger.
Yeah, Jeff, yeah.
Yeah.
You guys,
Then of
this-
course
oh,
back to Gary's version for I always feel bad when people buy this because they're gonna be like, oh damn, that's really good, and then they're gonna open it up.
Oh.
No, guys, like this, I need to redraw Z. He's a little rough.
We're good.
Anyway.
This whole episode is gonna have to have a reading list attached to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna let
That was well with my soul, if that's okay to say. That felt good. Thank you.
Merry Christmas.
Okay,
All
awesome.
right, Jared, that brings you up next.
All right, so I had the luxury of Ike, and it scared the ever-loving piss out of me because if you could not pick two different types of artists, so I'm sorry in advance.
Oh, I'm excited.
Start with that. So I decided to go with Cat and the Fiddle here
Yes.
because if I was going to draw either one of these in any kind of justice, it would have to be a cat and a fiddle. Let's see here.
Hashtag where's my toys at?
Hashtag where's my toys?
I can say that he's an old man.
Nice.
Where are my toys?
Oh man.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
dude.
Yeah.
So
That
I,
is
I
great.
straight up just used your same color scheme on him, but Jared fight him a little bit. I loved drawing it and I was terrified to draw it, but
Dude, your blacks and like your blocking in of blacks and stuff is totally his style too. Like,
I tried real hard to attempt to mesh these two vibes.
No, it
You
works.
did it.
it's
I
so
think you
No,
did
smug.
it
for
works.
sure.
No, this looks cool, man.
I think it's great that you went with the same colors because it makes it even more like referential. It's cool that it's like a different version of it. Yeah.
I couldn't tell if his eye was closed. I was just going off of the picture, but I hope I did good because
Yeah, that's
it's fun to
right.
draw.
Yeah. Only one eye actually, but yeah.
Hashtag where's my bobblehead?
Gary, you should just sign like a blank check to everybody for merch and
I'm like, man, please let me have some toys, please.
No,
I
this is
can't
was
get
really
over
cool, man.
his cute little expression. I just
I
love it.
know.
Well, he looks a little cranky, and I wanted to make him cranky, but whenever my things look cranky, they look bratty. So
A little smug.
it's gonna be
That's
great.
cool.
Is this all digital, Jared?
yeah, 100% digital.
You see, yeah, I would have thought that you might have drawn it traditionally and then scanned it in or something. It almost looks like you just did
Yeah.
like your inks by hand.
Now, luckily for me, I know how to make my tablet look like my crappy line work in real life, so I was able to do this. I was mostly terrified of the face. I'm not gonna lie, because it's I draw round circles. I tell everyone that I can draw anything starting with a circle. So yours are very
Angular. Yeah.
a lot of angles to work with. But I loved drawing it, and I'm glad I got to.
I love it. Yeah.
Yeah,
really
Isaac
do.
has
It's so cool.
an interesting, like, if you ever see him draw in real time, like when he's starting to kind of block in like shapes and stuff for anatomy. You ever see those drawings where people start with like a single line and they don't lift their pencil?
Yes.
It almost seems like there's a good like chunk of most of his anatomy where he's just like just dedicated just shapes and all that and doesn't lift his pencil, and it's fascinating. There's-
Yeah. And shadows, like when he's
Right.
busted out like his shadows and stuff too. Like I see a lot of that come out like right after the base form. I don't know if that is that correct, Isaac? Because I mean I've been around you a lot. I watched you work. I just love that when he's doing that because I'm like I personally don't block out my line the way you do. So I always think it's neat the way like you do it. Javier does it. Well, Javier Soltares, the way he does it. Like God, there's someone else that blocks out their lighting that I know. They're not important now, but just like how you and Javier do that, like in your planning and the way you lay out stuff, especially like your backgrounds. Like if you watch any of Isaac's videos where he does like his buildings and like his environments, he blocks out a lot of his lighting that way, and I can tell that it helps. It adds more to what he's doing. It's really nice. Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt there, but I just
yeah,
wanted to-
you captured a lot of his style and like exactly what I come to see from Isaac's work. Like you translated it really well.
I just
Thank
noticed
you.
the background is the same background as the original.
It
so I
is,
thought
man.
that-
Yeah,
got the
it
little-
is.
the little-
It is very close. That's for sure.
Nice.
I wasn't
He's
gonna
just
mess with-
I
like I
love
said, I
that
don't do
pose. He's just so
backgrounds.
smug. Like he's just marching into
Yeah, I love
danger.
it.
Just
Hashtag where the toys at?
So yeah, I had a blast drawing that one. Thank you, Ike, for letting me. I know it wasn't your choice, but
you.
thank you.
No, you. It couldn't have been better. It couldn't have turned out better. It's great to see your different style on that. I wouldn't want to see someone try to mimic it, so it's really cool.
So earlier you asked, Deanna, you asked what you struggle with, and mine was that taking something so angular and very, very Ike and making it me. I know that the last time I was on the Pen Clique, I did a painting, which is very not my normal style. So I wanted to bring more my normal stuff back into it a little bit, and it was that was that when I said getting it right. That's I mean it was a joke, but I just wanted to make sure that it looked good for Ike because I mean I love him. He's awesome, and yeah. Oh, feeling emotions tonight. Sorry, guys.
Aw.
Thank you, Jared.
My goodness.
You know, normally you guys, this is your break that you get to just draw for yourself and not somebody else. But I guess this one kind of made you feel like you were drawing for somebody else.
In a good way, though, because it's
Yeah.
I would never assume any of you would want me to draw something for you. So this was a nice excuse for me to say, "Tough, you get some
I
anyway."
have all kinds of your stuff around here, dude.
Dude, I like drawing my friends' characters, man. It's fun. Like, especially seeing like their reactions to it. You know, if they're not like, "Oh, what the hell is this?" And it's like, "I've won." You know, so no, I, mean, I love it. I love it.
Yeah,
If you want a
I think
copy or
that-
whatever, Ike, just let me know.
Yeah, I do.
We'll
Yeah.
probably do this again next year.
Yeah.
The best compliment an artist can get.
I mean,
is
dude,
having
Jared, I have
shots.
like, I mean, I have a lot of your stuff. On the other side of the arcade, I have another couple of, this is Ninja Turtles you did for me with watercolor, like traditional with watercolor. I have another couple over behind on the other side of the cabinet, the arcade cabinet. You can't see, do I? Yeah.
I've got your Wonder Woman right here.
Oh,
Dude,
yeah,
I got
she
your
is.
LARP comic like right over here, dude.
You know how you were saying like you like seeing your character drawn by somebody else? I as the big art stalker, I love seeing like I collect as many Wonder Womans from as many different people as I can because I love seeing her through somebody else's eyes.
Well, it's easy for us because we're like, what do we draw? I don't know, Wonder Woman? And
Oh, fish out the space.
oh my gosh, yeah.
But no, I mean, there's always, I mean, and I'm seeing this here with what you guys are doing tonight too. There's always some aspect that stays the same no matter what style there is. There's something in that character that makes it that character. And you guys seem to be zeroing in on, I mean, everything is recognizable and just in, is homage the right word?
Yeah.
Told you guys earlier, there's no words left in my brain at the end of the day. Sounds right.
It's all right. We're coming off the holiday. We're all just.
Well, Isaac, that makes you up next. Where are we?
This is Cliff's. I got a clip. This is a pig. It's a
Honestly,
mummified pig.
Yeah.
I love it.
An Egyptian model.
It's done so well too.
Yeah, it's so solid a design. It's so clear. I was like, well, what do I do with this here? I think that Clip will appreciate the just going like with more humor, more of like expounding on it with a story or something. So I drew a little scene here.
Yes!
Surprise!
That's awesome.
Oh my God. Get out of here.
Very nice.
This pig belongs in a museum.
Surprise, bitches!
Oh,
Oh, it's so fun. Yeah.
Man, that jacket on that pig looks so right.
I know. Weebo taps.
How many pictures of pigs did you have to use for reference?
Yeah, really. Yeah.
I just whatever was on the Google image search, whatever just pops up. I just looked at a few. Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
Well,
So
we were
fun.
kind of at a loss for words. Like, there's just so
Yeah,
much
I
going
did.
on
You
here.
know. Yeah.
There's like an Eric Larson vibe to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit.
Can you zoom in for us?
So,
yeah.
like,
Yeah.
Are they? Yeah.
So some of this is traditional, right?
Yeah, so I can show you the original here. It's kind of hard to do when I'm sharing screen, isn't it? The original had subtle ink details. It's ink color that didn't show up in the scan, and I'll show it after I quit sharing screen. So I had to add some color. Like it wasn't showing up in the scan the way I wanted. So I adjusted it some and added some flat layers in there. A flat layer of kind of the sandy color. Kind of made it like sepia toned. But yeah, there's so you can still see some of the ink like grittiness, and I left the black ink more transparent to kind of help it feel more cohesive with how my other color ink showed up as like this kind of texture. But it kind of worked for like a kind of an interesting mix of digital and traditional. Yeah.
Just those other pics. Holy shit!
It was fun. It was a lot of fun. It's so funny. But I think that captures. I don't think I captured the design. Like I couldn't do it justice. But I think the humor of the initial image I captured.
This is great.
The shadows are awesome.
Very good.
Just
I'm watching Cliff's face. I'm like, how's he feeling about this?
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I was kind of worried because I don't have a whole lot of characters that are even remotely finished. I usually draw a little bit of it and then move on to something else. So I was curious what somebody would be able to do with it. And it's awesome. That's more than I thought it'd be.
yeah, man,
That's super cool.
Cool.
I love how his head's up, but you can still see that bit of bone in his
Yeah.
mouth sticking out. This is very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, with that much context, like what could you do? And leave it to Isaac to be like, I'm gonna build a whole scene.
Yeah.
Here in 2 weeks, he's gonna have a whole comic.
Just a 20-page comic.
Yeah.
Nothing big.
Follow along on YouTube.
All right.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was fun. The sarcophagus is,
How
pig.
big is that, Isaac?
Oh, yes.
11 by 14. And here it is.
Oh, yes.
one.
Rachel.
Hopefully
Rachel
that.
said
Hopefully that.
Swine Deanna Jones.
I like that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of traditional drawings too. Like
Yeah, I know how you mix it up.
this
That-
round, I'm very surprised. I'm like, oh wow, a lot of us did traditional drawings this time.
Yeah, right. Yeah, so I have the original. You're welcome to have it, Cliff, if you want that.
Nice. Thanks.
All right, Cliff. What'd you get?
All right. I got Nate for my
Neat.
yeah. which is great for me because I lean more creatures than characters in my stuff. So
And Nate's more creatures.
yeah.
It kind of fits the
Let's
theme of
see.
the last show. So yeah. Yeah, I'm excited.
All right. I am screen sharing. So there's the original.
Hey, dude. Good guy.
Miami.
And then here's my guy.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, that's so good.
Look at him.
Incredible.
It's like a Muppet.
Yeah.
Look at him.
So well done. Oh my god.
Oh my goodness.
Ew.
Little tusks. You got the little eye. Yeah.
Yeah, you got the eye just right.
Yeah, it's awesome. Dude, this is fine art. You know what I mean? Like this is
Print this on a canvas?
It's on a hardboard. So
oh my goodness. Oh, look at him. I love it.
How big is that?
9 by 12, I think.
Damn.
Oh
Yeah,
wow.
9 by 12.
Very impressive.
It's crazy because it looks
I mean,
like
that's like
kind of like a Muppet, but it's also photorealistic.
yeah, I
in a
know. It's like
way.
Yeah.
pseudo realism. Like
Yeah.
Oh man.
Honestly, I never wondered what Mammy looks like for real, but now I'm terrified.
Well,
Yeah.
and I've kicked it around a little bit, and like it's because I mean he's got enormous ears, but mammoths don't really have enormous ears, so it's like even here you found like a middle ground, where
Yeah.
it's defined, but they're not just it's not missing, but they're not 40% of his body, like um, gosh, this is. I mean, it's just you the thing about having a character that doesn't have a voice, and everybody, when I'm working on animation and stuff with Potbelly Mammoth, and they're like, oh man, you got to make him talk, what voice you gonna use? It's like Mammy doesn't talk, like his facial expressions do all of his, and most of it is in his eye, like in his eyes, the way and it's just, and yeah, that's just so much right there, and just that, like, he's just so, it's like he's happy, but he's just like, you got me.
Well, you guys all admit, do you agree with me? Do you hear a voice in your head for Mammy?
Oh yeah.
I do. Like, look, I can hear him talking.
Well, and there's
Can we agree it's not Chris Pratt?
Yes.
No. So I mean, I've had people ask if I was ever gonna give him, like, and if I did, it wouldn't really be um in the animated series. I was thinking about like introducing like a device that you can translate his thoughts into a vocal, but then like everybody agrees, no, this is a bad idea. But like, so I don't know what a voice would be. I think like Keith David would be awesome. Like just really pronounced, like proper but smug kind of voice. I don't know.
Really deep.
Yeah, yeah, just really deep. Like Spawn 90. If you watch
Yeah.
the animated
Oh,
series
yeah.
of Spawn, that's him.
Yes.
Yep,
That's so cool.
Want to hug
Yeah,
him?
great.
I know.
Like even how you did the chair was just
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Just like
like the edges on it and everything. I'm weird how I look at stuff like that, but that to me even is like holy
yeah,
cow.
man. I love this so much.
Beautiful.
It's
Plus, it helps you
the
know
most
exactly the
unique,
size
but
of Mammy.
it's
Yeah.
the most unique take on him, but it is absolutely Mammy.
I wasn't even sure about his scale, so I had to go and look at your comics to
Yeah, it kind of changes. He's a biped when he's standing straight up, or when he's, it changes. But yeah, this is, I love it. It's so cool.
Thanks.
Oh, thank you for doing this, man. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. If you find a way to get that to me or whatever, man, that's going up in the studio. Like
No problem.
I'll pay you for shipping. Like I don't care. I want him.
Oh, not that one. This one. There we go. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so cool. Thank you so much, man.
No problem.
That means you're next, Nate. And I think you've got the final one.
All
You're
right.
back to full circle.
So a part of me, so this is and this is interesting because I got Eric's, and I really like, I've been following along with this character. Let me just show you the character that. Okay, so I have it pulled up on his Instagram because for some reason the email isn't popping up. But I'm sharing this character here. You guys see that?
Oh yeah.
So this is concept art from, and this is actually the image that he shared. It's Alan from Truck Stop Hipsters, and
I'm super stoked.
I love this character's design so much just because it has that old school kind of like just that punk rock, kind of punk metal hipster. Like it's a blending of two different things that I don't know. I really like this character a lot. And I took a lot of things that I wanted to honor, but like and I hope you're not insulted by this because because I followed your process the whole way through, um, and I really enjoy like just how each of the characters in this book are like a I don't know, they're just like an image of different aspects. And this guy just really stood out to me, so I was really glad that I got this one.
Oh yeah.
And so I went a little bit like I'll just share it. Hold on. So I took some liberties with him, but I really in ways that I like just from reading the book. I don't know if it's actually out yet. I don't know if I'm allowed to have read it yet, but like but I read through it and I really like this character a lot because he has this kind of like punk ghoulish um um like this ghoulish punk thing going on with him. So
Oh yeah.
Very nice.
and I hope you're okay with this. But he
Yeah,
just
it looks rad.
he has this
The
like
Halloween
really
costume.
I won't say bougie, but he has this classy kind of punk thing going on with it, like rocker punk thing going on with him. And I wanted to put it in a hat, but I really like his hair too. So it's just like the way it like fans in the middle. And there were certain parts, and so if you read the comic, there is a moment where he's like smoking a cigar, and he just has this class about him, like while he's talking. And I'm gonna expand this out so that I can.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, I don't know. Did it just now show?
I've been seeing it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think
That's
Garrett
it.
put it up.
But yeah,
Gary
he kind of
forgot
has
to
that
open his
whole
eyes again.
like that retro kind of like punk rock, like almost Misfits beats like monster kind of thing. And his plugs, there's a shot in the book where he's smoking a cigar, and he just looks. At the moment, it's just a little bit of class to him, so it's just like I gotta get the cigar in there. But then there's like a scene where like he's got, I don't know, maybe it's just because of some other drawings that you've done of him, where his plugs are like so huge, like he's got these big plugs in his ears. So I was just like, if I could incorporate like the plugs in his ears, as in like almost the plugs in his neck, like they just kind of.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty solid, man.
So and then of
Yeah.
course like the skull on his shirt. Like what if it was a skull embedded in his
I
chest?
love the T-shirt. Yeah.
Yeah, that's dope.
No, this is so badass, dude. Thank you.
And then lastly, like I'd never really done anything in watercolor, and this was all done digitally entirely. And I was like, okay, well let's see what Procreate's watercolor looks like. And so the entire book of Truck Stop Hipsters was done traditionally, right? Like completely with watercolor, which is an incredible feat.
Yeah.
And like I don't know, Eric just kind of disappeared from us for a long time, and we could see why. Like 100% like traditional with watercolor, and I don't know, he's just a master of watercolor. So I wanted to pay respects, but within reason, with some digital watercolor style. And I don't know, I feel like whenever this whole episode started, I felt like I was like, oh no, I misunderstood the assignment. But at the same time, I also knew that so I hope I didn't step on your toes or anything, or it's upsetting in any way. But because I know that he has a rounder face, but I wanted him to look like a classy ghoul punk thing.
I don't know, Nate. Eric looks pretty pissed.
No, I'm glad you had fun with him. That's awesome.
Let's see here. I do have the.
I like the lighting on that, Nate.
Huh?
Off the plugs in the lighting you did for the lightning striking down, and like you see on his shoulders and on the where you have it bouncing off stuff on there. Good job.
I actually have one more thing to share, and it's
you video too.
Yeah, I did a process.
Photoshop needs to get this feature
for real.
You hear us, Adobe? Make it happen.
And sponsor us while you're at it.
What's that?
I was kind of making up stuff, like it's like if I could make it and maybe it's just because being a tattoo artist for a while, I'm like, oh yeah, how can I make that look ghoulish? How can I make it look scary? And being around
Totally
David,
interrogating.
everything, just very horror-ish, and it's just like, so he's got a shackle for his wristband that like Alan had, but he had spikes on his, and I threw in the hat. I don't know if you saw that for a minute. I wanted to throw in the hat, but I couldn't make it work. Or at least not. I was gonna do another version of him with a hat on, but I ran out of time. I kept playing with it.
You know what I think is neat is like if you look at season 1 up till now, like you can just see Nate's progression to where he's like, I'm just gonna start painting, and then like from there it's just like he's like, oh, I'm doing watercolor, now I'm doing this. So I think it's awesome because I remember just being like, and I love like his hard line stuff too, like his vector style stuff. But I always say this too, the D&D episode is the one where I think when he really started doing the painting, and he was so upset during this, and I just didn't know why, because he's like, I'm just totally doing this wrong, and I'm like, not really. And we're not really seeing each other stuff anyway, but I saw a glimpse, and he was so frustrated. I was just like, dude, you have nothing to do. It's like that's part of it. That's painting. The frustration. I mean, that just
I
comes
just
with
make
it.
shit up as I go.
He was like so upset about it, but I'm like, you're doing it right, man. You're good. But I love this. I love seeing you experimenting, man. It's really good stuff, man. It's come a
Well, I
long
knew
way.
that it was like as I was going. I don't know if anybody of you know who Randy Blythe is of Lamb of God, but like as soon as I saw like just that the well, and I mean I've seen Alan, the character for a while, and I was like, well, I took some liberties with it, but as I started getting into it, like what is a punk rocker kind of ghoulish looking look? And it just I don't know. I spiraled a little out of control on concept, but dude, I have so much love for your work and just like behind the scenes watching you do truck stop hipsters the way you did, and then on top of like taking it on the way you did, like with traditional and just the watercolor. Like there's nobody else that could do it the way you did it. And yeah, and there was no recreating what you did.
It's a high praise. Thank you.
Yeah.
Dude drew the page, inked his own originals, then watercolored his originals. That's bravery all in itself. So kudos to that. It's a beautiful book. If you don't have it, go pick it up.
Thank you. I'll be in Springfield again soon. I'll bring you guys. I'll bring you guys your copies for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, hey,
cool, yeah.
you need to drop some off at the comic book stores too, man.
Yeah, hell yeah. I think last time I was there, all of them were closed for some reason. I don't know what was going on.
Well, that's weird.
Well,
They're probably
hit me
insurance.
up whenever you're gonna come. We'll get a hold of Jeff.
Yeah.
All right, hell
Knock on
yeah.
his door, kick it in.
Yeah, you got Jeff, you got Gail over at Comic Forest.
Yep.
Yeah, just let us know when you're coming. We'll get you squared.
Oh
That's
yeah,
like practically
it'll
right
be
next
like
door to the studio. So yeah, get you a
like
tattoo while you're there. We've been talking about that
next
for a while.
week or so, I think is.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Hey.
Get your damn trophy.
If I remember it, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, sweet. I loved this episode. I hope we do this again soon. I hope you guys do this again. I just, sat here.
Maybe it's just one of those things we can do every December.
Yeah.
I like that
Did
idea.
it go in full circle? Did we start with Eric and end with Eric?
Yes.
That's pretty dope.
Man,
actually.
that's
We ended up getting each other's names.
yeah.
And I think if they had, I would have fixed that because that would be too weird. But that brings us to the plug zone. So now we're gonna go back around round robin, and you guys can update us on if you're up to something new or just where to find your stuff that you've been doing put online, or you're just tired from the holidays and want to say that. Whatever you feel like sharing, this is your time. And like I said, reading list. A lot of comic book art was used tonight. Make sure and shout out the comics that you gave us characters from. So we get to start with you, Eric.
All right, it's eDangerRight. You can find me at e.dangerright on Instagram, also on Facebook. I'll be doing Comic Palooza in Houston, Texas later this year, or this coming year. And then you can find me at PlanetCon too. It'll be awesome.
Sweet. All right, next was Anna. Did she
Anna went to
have to
bed.
deck out?
She had
You said she had an early morning.
Yeah.
All right. Do you remember her links
um
off the top of your head? I think I might have them here.
no, I don't, I'm sorry.
You
Yay.
snooze, you lose.
Well, you know what? My guy has no clue what my phone number is unless he looks it up. So
I think it's
Oh,
Anna.
right.
Oh, no, it's not Anna.
She drew
Oh, she's at.
Gary's.
She didn't mind.
Cleverkaiju.com. I know she's on there.
Is she
Yeah.
okay? Good. You can
I
find her
think
at
I think I've got her
cleverkaiju.com.
added now.
She's on DeviantArt. Is
Yeah.
I can't pronounce it. AOI-RYU. I never say it right.
I can't even pronounce it right. I
Yeah.
screwed it up.
Yeah.
We'll go to clever.
I thought she might have updated it by now, but I guess if
Yeah.
those are, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, then next is Gary.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Gary Bedell. You can find me at artistgarybedell.com or artistgarybedell on Instagram. That's where I kind of roll mostly there. Facebook. And the Clever Kaiju community is where I hang out the most. And you can join our community and our Discord through cleverkaiju.com. That's CleverKaiju.com. Join us on our Discord. We'll see you there, baby.
Well done, man.
He can spell. He
It's
finally
weird to hear it
learned.
out loud. Like it's like spelling along. I'm like, I guess it is, isn't it?
I'm very Jim Henson tonight.
Dan, how about you?
I'm.
There. I can't find it.
You say Dan? I'm in the Clever Kaiju Discord and on DMS Dragon on Instagram.
Yeah. It's awesome to see your work, man. And
Yeah.
Thanks, bud.
Yeah, he's got some
so
cool
fun
work.
story. I actually, my wife and I were walking around, I think at Michael's, and we go to the art section, the same pen and markers and all that stuff, you know, like you do, you know, just.
Oh yeah.
And then so, actually, Shanoa found it, saw it first. She looks down at, so there's these little pieces of like paper that like labels and whatnot, you know, with all the branding and stuff on them that at the edge of the shelf. And of course, naturally, people just start grabbing pens and markers and stuff, and they start drawing or doodling, you know, testing the markers and stuff on, you know, vandalism is essentially what it is. But you know, everybody does it, so it's cool, it's okay. But Shanoa noticed a very particular art style, a little doodle, and like a keep it going, and looking at it right away, immediately, Dan's been here. So and keep it going was on it, and no kidding, the whole thing was like starting to fill up with other people's drawings. Like, all right, I'll abide, keep it going. I'll abide, keep it going. And I took a picture of it and I sent it to him on Messenger, and I was like, found you. You're like, haha, yeah, it's grown a bit. So it's like every now and then you just look, you know, when you see somebody like somebody develops like a certain art style, and you see it in the wild, and you're like,
You know it.
I know that style. I know that absolutely. And it's just like, and I see Dan just kind of popping up in like in real life from time to time, and it's just like, ha, nice.
Yeah, that was kind of neat. Somebody actually finished it up. It was pretty good.
Yeah.
Now I gotta go shopping. Check it out.
So yeah, if you're ever at the Michaels in Springfield, take a look at because they kept building onto it. Yeah.
All right. Well, Haley, how about you? What are you up to?
Not a whole lot of art stuff going on right now. I've been working my butts off, but unart related, we finally signed a lease on a building on Commercial Street to put the tabletop nerd bar lounge in. So
Nice. Grats.
should be coming along as quickly as we can get licenses, which who knows how long that will take, but hopefully no longer than like 3 or 4 months. But we once that happens, we'll finally have like a tabletop nerd bar and lounge in Springfield on Commercial Street. So keep an eye out for Dirk's Tavern, and hopefully, like, I'm calling on all you guys to fill it up with nerd art shit. So please,
Where is it on
anything.
commercial? Can you say yet?
The old Departica graphic design building.
Oh,
If anybody knows where that is, it's a
okay.
really pretty space. We feel very lucky, but it's by the soup kitchen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Alcohol, art, and board games. I am there.
Yes. We already have some like events and ideas lined up. So
I feel like there's going to be like a kaiju
Baker's old
takeover on that street.
studio?
So many. We just
Is that
know so
Ryan
many
Baker's
people.
old graphic design studio?
Katie. Her name's Katie. I forget her last name.
Yeah, you're thinking of Mighty Sharp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, and reach out to Playco Games. Any
Yeah.
board?
Yeah. We're looking at you, Deanna. Jared, what was that? Were you on a cruise ship?
Huh?
Were you suddenly on a cruise ship ad?
No, I accidentally. Never mind. I was being stupid. Leave me alone. Sorry.
Next up is James.
All right, so I'm on cleverkaiju.com. You can check out some of my animation work and some old game art there. Instagram, J Rutherford Art, and then I pop in on the Clever Kaiju in Discord on occasions. Going to try to be a little bit more active on there here soon. So now that I'm not teaching this semester, so.
Okay. John, I think you were next.
I'm mostly on Instagram at John Osborne Art, and my book Frankenaut finally hit stores. It's on Amazon, Barnes and Noble. There's a Canadian store I can't remember the name of, and your local comic book store. So if you're interested, give it an order. Let me know what you think.
Right on, man.
Okay, Caitlin.
Let's see, you can read my webcomic over at moxiecomic.com. You can also visit caitlinblaine.com, just kind of just a portfolio site. I am on Instagram at Caitlin Blaine Art. I don't post a lot over there, but occasionally I do. And I am going to be at Planet Comic Con in Kansas City later this year as well.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, Jared.
Hi. I'm not nearly as active as I used to be, but I am currently working on a kids book with my daughter. She wrote a kids book. She's 16. She asked me if I would art it, and I made her ask me. I didn't offer. So it was
no, beg for it.
I was like, you can't afford my rates, kid.
She's 16 now?
Yeah, dude, she's 16. It
Speak
sucks.
to my agent.
Oh my god.
Um,
That's crazy.
And I know, so any of you who know, like, she used to be the little kid that would hang out with me at shows, and I'd walk up to people and hand them her signature. And whenever they took it, she'd be like, $1, please. And so that's how she hustled.
Yeah.
She
That's grift.
at Planet Comic Con, my first year I went up there, she made more money than I did. Other than that, I'm everywhere at 6 Foot Gnome. It's a dumb name that I gave myself, and I love it. If you're interested in any of my art that I do currently have out in the wild, it's going to be over at another comic shop on on Kansas Expressway. Jeff and Rhonda over there.
It's on Kearney.
Sorry.
Carney. It's on
Kearney.
Kearney Street.
What'd I say? Kearney?
Yeah.
Kearney.
He said
Kearney.
Kansas Expressway. Kearney, yeah.
I don't know.
West Kearney.
I just try to drive and I end up there every time I get in the car. Instagram, Facebook. I'm sure I even have an OnlyFans because I get bored and I like to put up random websites. Nothing on there, just saying I probably have one. I don't want anyone else to get the 6 Foot Gnome moniker.
No, that's just business.
Pornhub, all of them. You know what I'm saying. Anyway, and real quick, I also want to say, Caitlin, I thank you so much for that Z. I needed that more than you know. Thank you. That's all. 6 Foot Gnome everywhere. Find me.
All right, Isaac, what's up with you?
Finished, I think I mentioned this last time, but First Sun and Sword is my latest comic, and I finished that, so you can read the whole thing. And I guess my website is a good place to go. I'm on the Clever Kaiju Discord as well. My YouTube's interesting. If you haven't checked that out, Ike Comics on YouTube. I drew the comic on there. All whatever that was, 61 pages.
Jeez.
He shows you how the sausage is made.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All that sausage.
Oh,
I talk
wow.
about OnlyFans, 6 foot.
That's my OnlyFans
I
slogan.
gotta throw the back one again. We gonna get canceled, y'all. Good night, folks. This is the last episode ever.
All right, Cliff.
I have a presence on Instagram. I haven't been posting much in a long time. It's Cliff_Gamble, I think. I'm also on the Clever Kaiju Discord as Dirty Basilisk. I haven't put much up on there either. So that's about it.
All right, and then we ended with Nate.
Yeah. So I am Nate of Mammoth Press. And on the Discord, I'm Mammoth Press. Nearly everything I'm doing with Mammoth Press, specifically the Potbelly Mammoth comic series. Volume 1 is a printed book and is still available, but you might be able to find them at some shops. The printer shut down, so all of my online market stuff you can't find it, but you can get a hold of me for it. Don't worry, I'm going to re-release it with a new printer. And then also Volume 2, we're about halfway through, and I'm also dabbling with the animation with it currently. So, because Jared did a shout out to Jeff Kessinger with his statue. If he's watching,
Yeah.
Oh, very nice.
this is yeah. I can't talk about this guy enough. Like he was the guy that took a completely nonsensical 2D character and made it actually practical in 3D, which is a feat of its own. But anyways, yeah. So
that's impressive.
Outside of that, everything I'm doing, I'm absorbing into Clever Kaiju. I am co-owner of Cryptic Tattoo and Social Gallery in Springfield, Missouri, on South Campbell. The whole back half of it.
Finally saw it. It's amazing. Everybody should stop by.
The whole back half of it, though, is a Clever Kaiju extension for art education, and so we have a public space now that's with ample room for us to host artist galleries, seminars with artists, not just tattooing, but in all art forms. Live figure drawings. We have a gallery for artwork to show for people to show their artwork in. So we're really looking forward to what we're going to be offering the community in there. But also we have started a podcast that we're a few episodes recorded in. I'm going to launch them all at once, so just keep in mind on that. But it's Artistry Unearthed is the name of the Cryptic Tattoo podcast. So a lot to keep in touch in, but I'm sure I'll jam it down your throats when it's ready. So
You keep watching and you'll all learn more. All right, well, that wraps up holiday episode. All we have left is to tease next month. Next month, we will be back on January 25th, Thursday night, 8 o'clock. And we are doing this plus this equals that. Gary, you can explain that better than me.
Of course, you're gonna have me explain that. So we're gonna this plus this equals that is gonna be. I'm gonna give the group a set of photos, and they're gonna take those photos. It'll be about 2 to 3, and then they're gonna make a character or something out of it, like a character, a creature, or a vehicle, or a building, or whatnot. Most likely a character or a creature. Let's see. How can I explain? Actually, I know what I'll do. Technology, man. I'm gonna share my screen. Hold on.
Are we all going to get the same 3 images, and then it's just going to be a variation of that?
Well, everyone will pick one from like a bucket of images that I'll have, essentially.
Okay.
I actually saw this exercise on Tyler Edlund's Discord, and then I saw someone on Instagram do it, which is where these screen references are coming from. So what we'll do is that you'll take something like this here, pictures like this, and then you'll implement them to make a character like so. So see how they're taking these different elements here.
That's a cute screen name. Mindy Lee Doodles.
I know. This one, I like this one a lot too, because you know you got the patterns in there. Taking these, and you're just being as creative as you can to turn it into something that's different but relates to these photos, or it's a combination of these photos.
Cool.
So that is this plus this equals that. It'll be a lot cooler once you see it. I promise.
I explained it perfectly.
Yeah,
No,
good
that's
job.
perfect.
What's that?
Did a good job.
Yeah, that
Yeah, did a
explained it
good job.
perfectly. Visual aids.
Caitlin's cat is being inappropriate and censored.
Yeah.
Oh, it's in focus now.
Internet.
It's on Shadow Cat. All right. Well, thank you everybody for joining us one more time. Happy New Year. We will see you next year, January 25th.
Oh, see you next year, y'all. Stay
Bye
up.
bye.
Bye.
Good night.
I can tell the episode